more of this kind of programming because what it is uplifting. The headlines, unfortunately, you listen to the Ed Till Show day in and day out. All through the news and the breaking events, it's really adversity, it's difficulty, it can be very sad. So, this is my real pleasure tonight to introduce you to a ray of hope, a beacon that makes the future look better than the past. The group is called A Broader View.org. A Broader View.org. It's a nonprofit charity, and right now they are seeking volunteers to go abroad to 22 countries around the world, offering to people 195 social and conservation programs. Please go to the website with me right now and let me give you a tour. We're not going to leave the country. We're just going to look together at this enormous a task undertaken and the incredible people behind it. I want to talk to you about the founders. I want to talk to you about the volunteers. And then I want to say right from the outset, if you have an idea of what we're talking about here, and we're going to get into some detail, and you say, well, you know what, Ed, there's no way that I could volunteer to leave the country. My circumstances would never permit it, and I have a role for you to play. It's called donor. You can donate anything as low as $5 or $10, all the way up to hundreds and thousands of dollars, and it will all serve as rocket fuel to the motivation and inspiration of the volunteers as they go to all the corners of the earth, 22 countries, delivering not just 195 social and conservation programs, which is a lot. A conservation program can mean the food supply, the food chain, the cleanliness, the edibility of the food. All comes down to, can you conserve your resources? Do you have the water to provide sanitation? Can you get the crops grown and get them into town? These are the challenges. In addition to that, you have social programs, which it's completely different than the ones you hear about in the United States. All right, our politics is always talking about social programs. The social programs we're talking about here with a broader view.org and their volunteers going all over the world is to bring the very basics of social organization. Are you able to get public sanitation? Can you get the kids a shower and get the little ones to the potty? And can you separate the sanitation from the food preparation? And do you have adequate shelter? Is there adequate drinking water? Now you're really starting to think about what's real to the people served by these incredibly inspirational, selfless, motivated volunteers that have come to a broader view.org wanting to do something about the world that they care very much about. If you think to yourself, gee, a non-profit charity, this is great because I know what's going on here. This is not political. This is not a government organization. This is straight up people helping people with no middle person in between. You're the support for this. You are the support system. There's many ways to get in touch. Let me give you the phone number. It's toll free. 866-423-3258. Donate tonight. I'm going to give you some specific reasons in a moment if I haven't already. I mean, if 22 countries and people volunteering at all ages to get out there and make sure that 195 social and conservation programs reach the people who need them the most, the little ones. You go to the website, abroaderview.org, and you see this lovely volunteer with a family. It looks like an extended family. Grandma, mom, the little ones, then the really little ones, and then the ones that can't even be, standing there held in the arms of the volunteer. Now you're looking at that volunteer. She's got that big smile, that blue T-shirt, and then please look into the eyes of the mother. See the joy. The children see the giddy, childlike, giggling smile, and look at Grandma. When you're looking at Grandma in that picture, you're seeing the years of waiting. You're seeing what it's like tonight for people who still don't get the help. And that's where you come in. Can you be a volunteer? You should. If your heart is saying to you, I should volunteer, I really could. This is a good time in my life. I'm between graduate school and my first job. I'm between, marriages, not to get too personal. I'm between relationships. I'm between careers. I have a lot to offer. And I'm right now in a place where I could do this. Jump on that phone. Don't just grab it and start dialing, start punching in numbers. Grab that phone. Jump on it. 866-423-3258. We need you. You can email if you don't have a phone nearby. A lot of people listen on their smartphone to the show. So if you have your smartphone, you're set. If you don't, it's a computer, no problem. Email the word volunteers at abroaderview.org. That's volunteers, just the way it sounds, VOLUNTEERS, at abroaderview.org. They're looking for volunteers. They're looking for donors. Now let me get specific with our donors for a moment. The whole idea here is that we don't want the government to do all of this, especially around the world. If you think our government is crazy, the rest of the world is just as crazy and less regulated when it comes to who's doing what. So an organization like this does not become a part of the government's effort in another country to take aid from the United States. That's not what this is. This is the opposite. This is what everybody can support. You just care about these children getting the clean water, the drinking water. The ability to have food nearby growing locally is not some slogan in these countries. It is desperately the only way they eat. So this is where your money, when you donate, goes. It goes right to the food they eat, the drinking water, the sanitation, the construction of a public facility that's usable, the battling of just the smallest disease and germs that in America it would be 1 or 2 amoxicillins and you're done. Not in the rest of the world. Can be devastating. A child can lose their life over something that here would take 72 hours to get the kid back to normal. It's just that fragile human life. That's what this is about. This is the chance we're giving you today. This chance today in the year 2013, this is the offer that's being made to you tonight. Today. Tomorrow afternoon. In the middle of the night, you wake up and go, God, it's just bugging me. Am I doing anything for this planet? Have I just been taking? Boom, you pop up at 3 o'clock in the morning. No problem. We're here. Call 866-423-3258. Go online, abroaderview.org. Email them. Click. Call. But don't miss the opportunity to feel the goodness of your heart in full flourish. Let your dream of one day I would like to make the world a better place. One day I'm going to see these poor folks on television and I'm going to stop watching television and I'm going to go do something. If you cannot be a volunteer in one of 22 countries around the world, offering over 195 social and conservation programs, sanitation, clean food, drinking water, raising the nutrition level, raising the health level of a village, of a family, of a child, of a grandmother. This is remarkable. And never before easier for you and me. Donations, 866-423-3258. Go to abroaderview.org. Thinking about volunteering? Hearing it sink into you now that I've been discussing this with you for a few minutes, kind of irking you, kind of provoking your conscience, sort of? Well, not so sort of, kind of directly. I want you to see when you go to the website the beautiful faces of the people as they are helped by a volunteer from abroaderview.org. I want you to read the background of the founders. May I? I'm going to share with you for a moment the founders and how they had this happen. It's remarkable. Sarah and Oliver Ehlers take a trip to Chile, South America. All of a sudden they're confronted by the poverty they look and see, wow, the overwhelming need of the children and the incredible difference that volunteers were making in a local orphanage. They were like, whoa, we have to do this. We have to get those smiles. We have to get that life force. We got to shine the light of joy into areas where they're just given no reason to hope. They still hope because it's in their soul, but someone has got to deliver the hope. Sarah, one of the founders, born and raised in Philadelphia. See, if you're born and raised in Philadelphia, you know the world a little bit. Oliver, born and raised in Chile. So Oliver, especially attuned when these two come together as a couple, see it, and it fits. Oliver, knowing what it's been. Sarah, stunned by how stark it is. The magic begins, and now you are invited to join in how they feel. Do you know how great they feel right now? Go to the website and see the faces. That's all. Just take a look at abroaderview.org. A Broader View volunteers. A Broader View, an opportunity for you to donate to the energy, to the success, to the loving, caring, feeding, healthy raising of the world's children and families. If I were to give you that opportunity to really do that, you would be like, whoa! Well, I am. It's abroaderview.org. I am so thrilled. Not only that the work is being done, that the organization is there driving the best in the human race to help those in most need in the human race. I am so thrilled. All of this information now has come via the Ed Tyll Show nationwide in all the time zones to all of our listeners, young and in business, veterans in business, heads of households, and also contributors to households. This is how it works. And we're thrilled to have you listening tonight. So please take a careful, long, generous, and heartfelt look at a website that represents the best in the human race, abroaderview.org. The feature of this segment here on the Ed Tyll Show. It's incredible. We have to get back to our topics, and we have guests in the next